box cost you this one tonight?
It wasn't just that, but that was a pretty, I don't know how many reasons, but when you spend that much time in the box, and again, a lot of them stick infractions, it puts a lot of stress on the killers, but it also takes some other guys out of the game. And we've talked about that a number of times, and you can't go out and I think they had 6 opportunities. I'm not sure how much time they had, but you can't be taking 6 minors, and I guess we could have come up with points, but it makes it difficult when you do that.
Nature of the penalties that were called, and even some of the ones that weren't. I mean, was it tough to get any sort of rhythm, even for maybe Carolina too? I mean, was this just the kind of choppiness of the game, and maybe we saw how it played out? It was just a choppy type game in your eyes.
For me, it's easier to get rhythm when you are on the power play. It's easier to have some momentum than on the penalty kill, because you're putting a lot of extra pressure, stress on your defenseman, your goaltender, your forwards as well. But I think you spend a lot of time battling out front of your net and doing certain things on the penalty kill. And we've talked about it. I know going into the game, I think we were 28th in the league as far as minutes per game shorthanded. And again, it's not a good recipe.
Todd, 2 of their goals tonight were from 50-plus feet out. Is there a reason behind that, or was that just kind of fluky nature of today's game?
Well, all 3 of them came from point shots. And the first one, obviously, Bob didn't see. The second one, I wasn't sure if it deflected, or maybe Bob didn't see that one as well. And the third definitely was deflected. You're going to give up shots from all over the place in a game. But we talked about allowing Bob to see it, and it's credit for Joe trying to get in there and block that shot. But it was tough for me to see, and I haven't gone back and looked at him.
We saw a little bit more out of the Hartnell line with the 2 rookies. But was Marco Dano at times maybe the best player on the ice in your eyes?
He made some plays. He made some flashy plays. I'm not saying he was bad by any means. He was good in the game. But I think when you see the flash, you automatically think he's the best player out on the ice. He was good tonight. He made some plays, and I thought he battled and competed. And he's one guy who's been fighting, a little bit of the illness that's been going around. So for him to fight through it and have the impact that he did in the game, not only tonight but the other night against Edmonton as well. So that line was good again, and you can't say enough about how those 3 guys are playing, and they're all doing their part. And the wings are playing hard, and they're able to finish, and the centerman's playing really responsible and allowing that line to play in the offensive zone.
Coach, for Hartnell, it's 7 goals in 7 games now. He scores so many from inside the hash marks and close, but playing with Marco and with Alex, the way they skate, is it opening up more opportunities for him off the rush? Is it making him a more dangerous player off the rush?
Their ability, Alex and Marco, to beat somebody one-on-one. And you saw that tonight. And when you beat somebody one-on-one, it usually draws somebody else to them, and it opens somebody up. And, Scott's been doing a good job of just going hard to the net. And he's been scoring different ways, as you say, but a lot of his goals are from around the net. And when they have that ability and they have that skill where they can see past the check or the pile and they can find somebody back door, again, draw somebody to them and then make a play, that's what they can do. And they've both been able to spin and make plays. Again, you can see the talent in those young players.
Scott said Marco predicted before the goal exactly what he would do. Does that surprise you, hearing that about him?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what was said or how it was said. Does it surprise me? Yes and no.
Todd, you're going to go out west here, and Kevin Connaughton's going to play in Edmonton for the first time, where he's from. But you've had 43, 44 games with him now. What has he taken a step maybe since you've since you first saw him in November when he came off waivers?
Well, when we first acquired him, obviously he had immediate impact. We were short. We were looking for defensemen. He stepped right in, and to be honest with you, all of us we went back and watched some shifts when he was in Dallas, just to see what kind of defenseman. You try to gather information, and when he came in, I think he I don't want to use the word. Well, I'm going to use the word surprised, but it was a pleasant surprise. Because he was a kid, you heard some good things about him, but he had immediate impact in helping our team. And he's had, just like every young player and every hockey player, you're going to have your good moments, and you're going to have your 82-game season. You're going to have your moments where your play isn't where you probably want it to be or where it needs to be. But he's been, probably over the long haul, he's been a great surprise, a great addition to our team.